Good morning, guys. Today I want to talk to you about Proverbs 16:16. Let me read it for you. It says, "How much better to get wisdom than gold, to choose understanding than silver." Now, just a quick note about the biblical idea of wisdom. The word in Hebrew is chokmah, and wisdom is not just knowledge. It's not just knowing factual things. Wisdom is the art of living the good life. It's learning how to live with the grain of the universe. I don't know if you've ever done any woodworking, but wood usually has a grain to it, kind of a way that it lays. And when you cut with the grain, sand with the grain, it's so much easier and so much better to work with it than against it. And wisdom, biblically, is learning to live with the grain of the universe. There's ways that God has made the world that if we learn those ways and live into those ways, that's what wisdom is. And it's going to make life better for us. And so that's why Proverbs says, you figure that out, that's better than gold. That's better than silver. And there's lots of different sources for wisdom. Obviously, we as believers think that the Bible is one of the primary sources of wisdom. It comes from God himself. But another is just through life experience. You may have heard people talk about, going to the school of hard knocks and you're learning a lot there. And I would just encourage you, out of this pandemic, you are living through an unusual and very powerful life experience. And so see what kind of wisdom you can get out of it. Take some time to reflect about what have you learned about the world, about yourself, about people around you that can help you kind of live with the grain of the universe. So here's a few examples for me personally. As I was writing this, I sort of took some time to reflect, and these aren't all of them, but these are just a few that I've kind of learned in this time. One, routine for me is way more valuable than I realized. I knew I was a creature of habit, but this pandemic has made me realize I really value routine and habit. And there used to be a part of me that wanted to be Mr. Spontaneous and Mr. Fun, and there is still part of that. But I really have a higher value of routine than I did before. And so that's just a little bit of growth in wisdom. Another piece is that I really prefer, and I think in general, face-to-face meetings are way preferable to meeting via technology over Zoom or FaceTime or whatever. And I think that I've had that sort of drilled into me with so many Zoom meetings, Zoom small group, Zoom church, YouTube church, all that kind of stuff. I've realized that face-to-face meetings have an incredible value. And so I want to try to prioritize those in normal life as much as I can. Another one that I've learned is just that my family really values reading together. I didn't realize how much we enjoyed reading, and not just the Bible, we've been doing that, but also we've just read a few novels together as a family during this time. And I won't be able to do it as much as what we've done now, but in the future, coming out of this, one healthy way to enjoy and take care of my family would be to read together. And so those are just, for me, 3 areas of wisdom, things I've learned about myself, about the world, about those around me, that I've grown in this pandemic. Now, I would encourage you to take some time over the last several weeks. What have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about the world that can help you live with the grain of the universe so that coming out of the pandemic, back into the normal routine of life, it will go even better for you?